Alright, this video is to show you how to use iCoast by USGS. It's a citizen science program that analyzes aerial photographs taken off the coast of the United States eastern and southern seaboard before and after major hurricanes. So the website link just below this video will take you to this site here. You want to click the login button. Now I've already logged in with my Google account. You can choose to log in with your Google account or your Facebook account or a different email address if you want. The nice thing about this one is that it gives you some statistics. It tells you how many photos you've done, how much time it takes you to classify them, and it gives you a better idea of how much time you spend doing this conservation work. So up here for you it's going to say start tagging photos. For me it says continue. Go ahead and click on that. And it's going to give you a random photo. If you want a different photo, you can roll the dice here, or if you only want to focus on photos in Maryland or photos in Louisiana or wherever, you can go to the map. But I'm going to take this random photo here, click the check mark. And the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out a match for our photo. So what I do is I look at the houses. So this house right here has this nice blue fence, and there's a house with a pool behind it. If I go over here, I see the nice blue fence and a house with the pool behind it. So this looks like a pretty good match to me. It could move over a little bit. So if we click on the one to the left of it at the bottom, that moves it over too far. If we click on the one to the right of the computer match at the bottom, now it's way over here. So it looks like our computer match was the best one. If you have trouble tagging it, you can actually ask for a different photo, and that's okay. So we're going to click Start Tagging. And the first thing that we need to know is whether this is a barrier island, the mainland, or an inlet. If you don't know what those things mean, you can hover over them and it will explain it to you. You can actually use the map, and we're going to zoom out a little bit here to figure out what we have. So this is coming off of the mainland, but it's before the actual mainland, so we're going to call this an inlet. Okay, and what is the level of development? It shows you pictures of undeveloped, moderately developed, and then heavily developed. It's definitely not heavily developed. I would say that this is probably moderately developed. Okay, and then we're going to click our next task. Now we want to know what is there in the pre-photo and the post-photo. So do we have seawalls, no seawalls? Do we have jetties, no bridges? We do have buildings. I don't see any standard roadways. It looks like all of our roadways were dirt, so we're going to leave that one off. No standard walkways, no piers. So if you don't know what these things are, again, hover over them and it will tell you. If you don't see anything, it's totally undeveloped, you would click none. What infrastructure is damaged post-storm? We can kind of zoom in here to the building since that's our main area. And I don't see a whole lot of damage, so we're going to click none. Next task. Okay, now we want to know about the ecology. Was there beach erosion? In other words, is there less sand before or after the storm? And I don't see any less sand, but I do see some dark sand. See this dark band right here? So we're going to click on that. I don't see a scarp. A scarp is this really pronounced divide in the sand. We don't have that on our picture. Okay, so let's look at our dunes. The dunes are these big bumpy things back here. They provide some protection for the buildings behind them. So we definitely do have some, I don't see any dune scarp, but our dunes are definitely level. They're much smaller. And I would say we have less vegetation than we did before. That means plants. Okay, overwash. Do we have more sand inland than we did before? I don't think so. It looks like the same amount of sand to me. So we're good with that. We didn't have any roads. We don't have a marsh. Inundation means water going inland. It shows you what a breach is. We don't have that. Standing water we don't have, but we do have some dead vegetation. If you look at how green the left-hand photo is versus how brown the other one is, you'd know that. Okay, so which one has the most? I would say our dune erosion is the most damage in our post-storm photo. Okay, do we see any features in the post-storm photo? Marsh erosion, backwash, new development, more vegetation, more sand. So it does look to me like we maybe have some more sand here, and then you can write your comments. Okay, when you're finished, you're going to go ahead and click Done. And it will tell you you're finished, and it will give you a new picture that you can do, or you can choose a different random photo and go from there. So if you have any questions or concerns as you go through this, raise your hand and let me know. Or if you're working through this online, go ahead and shoot me an email. I hope you enjoy iCoast and enjoy being a citizen scientist. Thank you very much.